Guys, hope you're doing all right. It's Tom Southern Outdoors Fishing. Retevis has sent me out a couple more radios. They sent me out these before, and I'll link the video down in the description below. So these are some really good radios. These are GMRS radios. Now you do have to have a license to use these. I have not got my license for these yet. I really had not used them since I made the video, just testing them out. I've been waiting for the FCC to drop the price from 75 down to 35. I understand they're supposed to do that a couple months ago. They have never done it, so still waiting on that before I go purchase the license. But those are very good radios. I do like those. They do have good range. Have not figured out everything about those yet. I'm still working on those, and once I get the license, I hope to be able to learn more about those out in the real world using them. Because I do want to get a base station in here in the shop. You're all familiar with these. These are the little Motorola. This is actually the T6200. Bought these many years ago. Never got the rechargeable pack for these, so I just bought some rechargeable batteries, which I don't have in that one. I thought I had one of these, but no, I don't. But anyhow, I do normally use rechargeable batteries in these, but I just got regular alkaline batteries in there right now. But they're all right. It's just the battery life on these is terrible. I mean, you have to be very conscious of whenever you're going to use these, because it really hammers on the batteries when you use these. I don't use these much, but thankfully now Retevis a few months ago come out with these radios. These are the RT. This is two-way radio. This is FMRS, just like the Motorola. These are the RT49P. I've read through this manual a little bit. It seems to be easy to understand. Not done a lot of testing with these, just due to time. I think they're going to be some really great radios, and we'll just go over a few things that I do like about them, and some of the functions and whatnot. We'll do a little range test, and they also are waterproof, and with some really cool features that I think you will like in these radios. So we'll get into that a little later, but as of right now, let's just show you what comes in the box. So of course you get the manual. You get this is the mini USB cable, comes with that. You also get a docking station. So what happens if somebody gives you these radios, or you decide to sell these radios and you don't have this docking station? Don't worry about it. You have a USB port right here. So this is for your Vox, and this is for your USB, for the mini USB port. So you do have a way to charge these batteries up. Now, we'll take off the back here real quick, and I'll show you. They do come with batteries. It takes 3 to power them on. Okay. So what makes these unique is that you can put rechargeable batteries in these. So just any old rechargeable batteries, you can stick them in there and they work. They also take regular alkaline, but why not use rechargeable? You got the cable to charge them up with, so you might as well use that. But it's really nice to have this so you can recharge them both at the same time when you use them. So it just has a port there on the back that you can recharge them with. So when you set them down in this cradle. So that's what you get. You get 3 batteries per radio. And there is a rubber gasket around here because these radios are waterproof. We'll show you that function a little later. But as of right now, I've got them charged up. I went ahead and charged these batteries up because I just always like to charge batteries before I use them. I always do that. So they come with a little belt clip. It just pops down in there. See, it just clips down right down in there. All right, so we'll get these things turned on here. So the way you turn them on, just the call button right here, just hold the button down. And they come on. And that one right there is about dead. So what we're gonna do is we'll actually charge this one up a little bit because I evidently left it on and it has run the battery down somewhat. All right, it shouldn't take too long to charge that one up some, but we can definitely show you and talk about a lot of the features on this other one here. So I went over the rechargeable batteries in it. It's got rechargeable batteries. They come in pairs. So when you buy one, you get two of them. You buy a set, you get two of them. These radios got 22 FRS channels. There's no encryption on the FRS frequency, and the FRS stands for Family Radio Service. So right now, I've got it on high power. This button right here is monitor and scan mode. So right now it's scanning. And I don't have the Roger beep turned on. I actually turned that off because it was just kind of annoying to me. But it does have a Roger beep to it. If you like that type of feature, it does have it. It's got SOS feature on it. So there it is. You turn the, if you hold the call button down, it's going to tone. And SOS to your partner or whoever you're with that you need help. So that's pretty nice. And this has got a pretty good range on it when you're out there in the water or on land or whatever. You can probably see that a pretty good ways. There is just the SOS signal, and they both have it. You just got to hold it down for a second so you don't accidentally flip the switch. There's the beep. It's got NOAA radio, so we'll try to go to NOAA. I'm inside a metal building, so it's probably going to be tough to pick up a signal. I thought it had more than one channel of weather, but evidently it only has one channel. So I ain't going to pick up nothing in here. Like I said, I'm inside a metal building. So if you hit that, it also turns on a light. So the weather light, or the weather button, which is this one right down here, is also a light. We'll get into some other features with this light, with the lights here in just a little bit. I'll see if I can turn the Roger beep back on. I don't like the Roger beep, but I'll try to turn it back on. It's got a Roger beep, I just can't. I'm sorry guys, I just can't figure out how to turn it back on right now. And it wants to be hateful with me. It's got 10 call tones. So that way you can transmit different call tones to other radios. So you could pick a different tone to go to that one that's over there charging. So that way you can alert them that you're wanting to talk. It's got low battery alert. So that way it reminds you that the battery power is running low. It's got monitor, as I already said. When activated, it allows the receiver to hear what's happening on the channel frequency. If I hit the monitor button, I can hear what's on that channel. Of course, we went over scanning, so you just hit the button. It'll scan all channels for activity to detect a channel available during the scanning process. There it is scanning. It's got low battery saver automatically. When it goes into low power mode, it will automatically switch to that mode after being left unused for a certain amount of time. The squelch, it's got squelch built in, and that's to suppress annoying sounds of a channel noise when the radio is not receiving a transmission. So that's what it's got built in squelch, which is nice too. 180s TOT, which is timeout timer. If the talk button is held down for too long, the radio will automatically stop transmitting. So that's one feature it's got. So if you hold down the transmit button too long, it's going to stop transmitting after so long. So maybe, I don't know if it'll show it's when it stops or not, but it just kind of goes out. But I guess that means it stopped. The output of this radio is 2 watts. That's on high. Low is about, I think, half a watt is what it said. It's got a range. I have not tested the range yet, but I think from what I've read, it's, you know, around a mile, something like that. It's not going to really reach out and touch, you know, 2 to 3 miles. It's not made for that. And the Vox is actually, just go back up on that, just reading this here, happen to see this. The Vox has actually got different sensitivity levels. It's got high, which is L3, L2 is medium, L1 is low sensitivity, and L0 is to turn off the sensitivity. So that's nice. And you can also monitor 2 channels at the same time. With this feature enabled, you can scan the current channel you're on and then automatically switch to another channel you're kind of monitoring, I guess you might say. I'm not really into all the super functions of it, except for one function that I really am interested about as a fisherman, and I'm fixing to show you what that is. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so here's a little test. So you're out on the water and you happen to drop this thing in the water. What's going to happen? Well, hopefully you can reach down in time enough to pick it up, right? Well, that's probably not going to be the case. But with these radios, they float. And as you can see, it's got a light that flashes on and off. So they're waterproof, which is really neat. All right, let's dump that in the water. Testing, testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2. Well, so evidently it will not, while it's in the water, it will not transmit or receive. You can see it on the monitor here. But it's not doing anything. It will not transmit and receive while it's in the water, which is unfortunate. I wish it would, but it won't. If I'm out on the water and I am fishing with somebody, and I'm usually not going to be over a mile away from somebody kayak fishing. That's just, you know, you're just not going to usually do that. If I'm out on the water with somebody and I give one of these radios to them, just, you know, sometimes you're in areas that you don't have cell service. Or you just don't want to bring out your phone. These right here are a heck of a lot cheaper to lose or to use than a cell phone is. You know, one of the new cell phones these days is, you know, $800 to $1,000 or more, which is crazy. But with that being said, if I'm out on the water fishing, I can hand one of these to somebody, and we got at least a mile and a half reception, and we're good to go. I mean, that's plenty far enough, because you won't be out in open water normally. You might be in a cove or whatever, you know, go in a cove. But these radios will transmit with that no problem. We're going to do just a little range test. Hopefully it'll pick up. Testing, testing, testing. So I'm going to walk down the hill here and just do a little test, and you guys can listen to it and tell me how good it does.
I'm about 50 yards away. I'm doing a range test with these radios, and I'm about 75 yards away. I'm using a low FRS radio, and I am about 150 yards away. Now I'm at
Alright guys, so you get to see that and how it does. Went out for a little stroll. Yeah, it's pretty, you know, I'll go back and look at the footage because I don't know how it turned out yet, but so we're gonna go back and look back at the footage and see how it turned out, see how clear it was. I got out to about a half mile away. I thought that was far enough for me. That's about as far as I'm gonna be away from somebody, I guess. Unless I'm out in a vehicle or whatever, or deer hunting maybe. Shouldn't be much further than that anyhow. But so in conclusion, I would definitely pick these up. As of right now, let's see what the price of these things are. So right now, as I speak, this is August the 22nd. Sunday night, August 22nd. These radios list price is $89.99, which I think is high, but that's what the list price of them are, or is. But they got them on sale for $64.99. That comes with 2 radios, the charger, the clips, and the batteries, and the USB cable. So it comes with all that. I'm not real technical with the menu, and I apologize. There's other videos out there that are way better than mine. I just want to go over the basic stuff with you, with the things that I really like about the, you know, just hit the highlights of the radios. But more importantly, the main function I will use them for, which is the distance, the calling, and the water. I really like the fact that they float, because I'm a fisherman. That means a lot to me. And whenever they hit the water, they're going to start flashing that light on the bottom to let me know that, you know, hopefully I can find it at that point. The only downside I've seen of the radios in the water is you can't communicate with one to the other while it's in the water. So evidently there's a function in there that stops the radio from working. You can see it on there trying to function, trying to transmit, but it won't actually say anything. You can't communicate through voice on these. So guys, if you're really looking for a good radio, I would highly recommend these. This would be good in a packable situation. Buy a couple sets of these to give to your family when you're on the trip. To give these, to somebody in your neighborhood in a power outage situation. I really think would be a good way to communicate a crisis situation. So check out the it's hard for me to pronounce the name of this company, Retevis. They've got some really high-end stuff that I really like. It's easy to get in and navigate for the most part of everything you're trying to do. I would highly recommend them to you. I've got 4 radios now from them that I really like, and I'm definitely going to be using these in the future when you go on trips and things like that. And like I said, I want a base station that I can use for this, because you can actually use the base station to communicate with GMRS to FRS. You can use it out of the same radio, same base station radio, whether you put it in your shop like I plan to do, or in your vehicle like I may plan to do. There's a lot of possibilities there. You know, I'm just getting started into the radio world. I guess I'm a late bloomer in this. Started driving a truck several months ago, and now I just got the Celeron Max 2000 antenna that I'm going to be putting up on the outside of my building here. I've got my coax, I've got my amplifier, the Union Bearcat 980 SSB, which is single sideband. So I've got my antenna, I've got my radio. Here's a scanner I'm going to be putting in here and in the shop. In conclusion, I hope you liked the video. I hope you liked what I went over. I wasn't super technical. Didn't go into the menu like super deep or anything. Just want to go over the basics of it and why I like the radios and why I reached out to the company to have them send them to me to try them out and to tell you why I like the radios and what I'll be using them for. Because me as a fisherman, that's the main reason. That's the main reason. Not to get too technical and deep in them. Just use them for basic communications. Maybe pack them up and take them on a trip or whatever. But mainly use them for fishing. So that's the main reason why I wanted the radios to test out and use. So I appreciate Retevis. Hope I ain't butchering the name. For allowing me to do a review on the radios. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments below. Hopefully you guys who are more advanced users of these radios can help answer some questions regarding the radios. Guys, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. If you got any questions, like I said, leave them down in the comment section below. If you got any comments, leave them down there. And if you want to purchase these radios, I will have a link to the radios and the site down in the description. So be sure to check that out. The company, they've got some awesome stuff. Very good equipment. I would highly recommend it to anybody that's looking for some radios. Y'all take care of yourself. There's a lot going on in the world right now with this COVID stuff. So y'all take care of yourself, and God bless you.